probably unmute my mic. That might help me talk to you guys. Yeah, we back. We're trying to get this thing underway. Um, Hopefully we're able to tonight. So far so good. But yeah, right now we just kind of chilling, waiting for times to happen and then lobbies to go up. I think they're just now putting the times in, so I'm gonna swap over to that for you guys and gonna check this out. Just boom. All right. Here is that. Let me turn down the music. Boom. There we go. Yeah, we got qualifying. I don't know how well you guys are gonna be able to see this. Let me try to zoom in a little for you guys, make that a little easier. But for Heat 1, we got Froxy, Zach, that is still Nico. For people who haven't been with us, all year, this is Nico. That's what I'm going to be referring him as. He has it in there because his mom, I think, just beat cancer. So shout out to them. I try shouting them out almost every week. So that we got Easton, Ika, Bob, Billy. These two have been kind of under looks for cheating. Waffle Slayer, Zvepia, Frank, RP, LH. That's your top 11 there. You can see all the other names. We got Rytox in there. The guy, let's hope he has some cool kits. He always normally shows out for us. One of the few that we do get kits of. But we got Ken's, HW, Murda, yeah, Aaron, Valentine. I honestly might be going to watch Heat 2 instead. Yes, stream 250. So, it'll probably be sliding across the bottom. I'm probably going to do Heat 2 because that has a bunch of our championship contenders in it instead of Heat 1 tonight. But I'm going to be doing 250 Heats, 450 LCQ, and then both the mains. So, that's just kind of how I run it. So I could do, either or, and it'd be too long if I streamed all the heat, like one of each heat race. So, yeah, that's kind of how I'm going to run it. Just flip-flop. It's kind of how it goes. That's how I normally do it every week. I'll try to go heat races for, the one that has a lot of big guys in it, big names, which is looking to be this because it has most of our top 10 in points. LCQ is after heat races. Let me show you guys the 450s. So we got Cam, Neon, Jake, Trojan, Boy, J7 Pit, Laurent, Dark, and Dorian Merritt in this first one. And you got a couple of the other guys. Miles, you got Box Fuel coming back to racing. Love to see that. And then the other one, we got TJ, Steiner, Reed, Aiden, Taro, Linz, Callum, Davey, Y4DH, Chase, that is the Chase from MRC. I think it looks like he's on Nova now, unless they just swapped. TJ is on Moto Academy. Alex never sent me skins. He said he'd have them by this week. Doesn't look like it, though. You got all the other guys on there. Dizzle made it 18th in Heat 2. And here are your few that did not. Let me show that for them. Ooh, Isaac. Is that the Isaac that I'm thinking about? Dang, that sucks for him. Mazao Gaming did not make it. But now we're going to look at some point standings. This is 250s. So that Zach guy, that is Moza. It'll be scrolling across the top right now. It'll be on the bottom whenever I go into the races. But that's Moza. He's changed his name. So now my overlay is going to be fucked. I'm streaming 250 heat races, and then I get to stream both the mains. So just waiting for them to put them up. Hello, Froxy. And then here are the 450 points for everyone. Obviously, Cam hasn't been off the podium yet. It looks like they did not add round 5 for either of these guys. So, yeah. Scrolling to top is your top 3. You'll see it kind of move on through. But these are points before they added in last time. Yeah. So now we just wait for lobbies to go up. With how many skins I have, guys, it's going to take 5 minutes to load into the server. Because I'm downloading every skin that is being sent in the ARL chat. So it takes me a lot longer than you who have basically maybe just your team's kits. Because even if they're not in there, it still loads every single skin before I load in. If you got 48, that means you didn't make the... You have to make the heat races first in order to get into the LCQs. But we're getting ready for heat number 2 of the 250s. It's going to be a left-handed turn here from the far inside. That sucks. You're going to have to watch it or turn off the stream. I don't have a choice for you, bud. Ken's on the far inside. We'll see if he can get a jump. See who gets a good one down the start straight. Ken's does end up getting the whole shot here for the 250. He's got HW and Murda behind him. 2 close combatants for this championship, trying to close it on a Valentine down the inside, able to make the move. Murda gets a little squirrely, takes down a bunch of people along with him, but Ken's is still going to lead. And then we got Redo trying to move his way forward. Valentine down the inside. Redo's going to be second across the line. Valentine third. HW fourth. Looking down the inside here. Makes the move on Valentine. Into P3 he goes in the second 250 heat. Ken's mistake out front. He's going to lose 3 positions, maybe 4. Oop. He does not. Somebody got punted off the berm. It looks like Redo and HW went down together. Redo, poor track entry, and Corley is going to be on him. I'm not leaving the server to go watch Heat 1. That is unfortunate for you. Go watch a streamer in Heat 1 who is doing a POV. Ken's is in P2 right now. Valentine is still leading in this heat race. He's got 5 minutes left to see if he could hold on from the charging champ here. They're all going triple single. I don't think they have enough oomph to get that quad in there like the 450 is going to be doing later on in the night. But they're getting the rest of these rhythms about the same as them. So Valentine's going to lead him across lap number 2. Ken's following in pursuit. Don't know who that is exactly, but Tom Brady of MXB in P3 runs P4. Lorenzo, Aaron, and HW down in P8. Then we got Bryn sitting in about P7 because of cuts. But it is a huge battle up front, and Valentine's trying to check out. Mistake going into the whoops. Ken's is going to get the drive going around the outside here. Valentine shuts the door on him. Tom Brady of MX Bikes get into the tough blocks, and then Runs is going to get past him. Down it goes in front of Ken's. Ken's goes down with Lorenzo. Runs. Aaron's going to get by. Bryn is looking to make a move as well on Ken's. We'll see if he can get it done here. He cannot, so Ken's is going to have to latch onto the back of this group and try to move forward with Valentine leading out front. And HW all the way up P2 now. Runs, gets kind of a little crossed up by Lorenzo and goes down because of it. So now Ken's gets one free spot there. See how far forward he can go, or if Valentine can check out here, try to pull forward. Looks like Murda's still down and dead last here after that early crash with a good start, though. So Ken's going down the inside. Aaron, small mistake. Lorenzo might be getting by. He's on the outside here. Gets absolutely punted. Aaron taking no prisoners here. And Ken's is going to get both of them because of that. Aaron casing. And unfortunately lost that position after taking him out. So Runs, Redo down at the end of the whoops. Bryn getting by him. Braden from Raceworks coming on through. And we got Lorenzo, Marquette, Strider, Murda, and Corley. So Murda trying to hold on strong here. catch back up to not have to go to that LCQ, but leading still is Valentine. Good effort. He's always been kind of up front in these heat races and mains. He's now finally putting one together on this fast track with HW closing in pursuit here. So looking down in P2. I know those links are always sketchy, guys, but that is actually Nico who runs the MX Bike Shop. And Valentine down off the side of the track. Just looks like he didn't get turned enough and just went off the track. And he's going to get passed by Ken's here, moving through the whoops. Gets the triple on off, so now it's HW leading. But I think he has some cuts because Tom Brady of MXB is closing in on him. Or was ahead of him for a bit, but now HW does have the lead again. Still going triple, single. I don't know if anybody's going to bust out that quad. It's a bit of a stretch even on the 450. Case for Ken's in the triple in. He's going to have to go single, double the rest of this rhythm section. Valentine's going to case the second triple along with Aaron getting a little squirrely there. Through the middle they go. But HW still leading strong. You see him in that kind of fluorescent yellow gear leading ahead of the Tom Brady of MXB. We'll see if he could close in on him with Ken's just behind him trying to remount. Fell all the way down to P7 after a crash, and we'll see if he could come back up as HW, got a little squirrely in the loops, got on that back tire. Ken's gets the triple on. Now he's closing in. Does he have the inside on him? He avoids the rut and almost makes the pass, just does not have enough gas onto the start straight to get it done. He's looking down the left-hand side of him. He's going to have the inside coming in. Scrubs the first triple. Boner is the second one. Looking down the inside. He's going to have the middle rut here. Can he still get the triple in? He sends it. Cases. Costing some time. HW mistakes of his own. I unfortunately do not know who that is. But HW leading. And then down the inside he goes. So HW holding on strong here. He's got about a minute left. I think he's going to have 2 more laps here depending on how slow they get around this track. But you got Ken's trying to move into P2 here. Scrubs is going to have the left side of the whoops. Go back to the middle where there's a little bit of a low line at the beginning of it. And now he's right behind him. Mistake. Out of the ready goes. Cases a double. And Ken's into P2 with a shot at the heat race win after looking like he was out of it. So still showing that no matter how many crashes he has, if it's early or late, never count him out of a victory in a heat race or the mains here. As now he has HW right ahead of him. There might be someone streaming their POV. That might be the only way to watch it. But I think it's almost over if they started around the same time as this one. So Ken's now with a shot at catching up to HW. Following his inside line. HW setting up wider. Might be a little better for him. Got a little bit of time on Ken's because of it. And then going down the middle of the rut. See if he could catch him. Time has expired, so they're going to have 1 lap left to go after this one. Got a lap and a half. See if they can close on in. Ken still has a shot at this. He's got another lap left to go. Looking down the inside, thinks better of it. Follows in pursuit. Here we go through the inside. He has 1 more lap to get it done. We'll see if Ken can get it done. Murda is up to P6, so he's looking good to transfer through this. Down the middle, ready goes and slice. Down he goes. Just got too quick on that rut, and unfortunately the bike kicked out from under him. Now here comes Aaron. Ken's going to have to single double the Supercross triple. Oh, there goes that Tom Brady of MXB, absolutely flying, and then he retires like an idiot. Way to go, bud. So now Ken's has to try to get P2. See if he can make the pass. He's right on the rear fender, not checking up. Right behind him, looking down the left-hand side. Gets the triple. Down the inside he goes. He gets it, but winning the heat race here is going to be HW. See the massive whip in the background. And here goes Ken's. He's going to hold on to P2. Valentine down the inside. We'll see if he can get a drive on Aaron. Gets him because of cuts. So Valentine's 3rd in this heat race. Aaron is going to be 4th. P5 for Murda. And then it's going to be P6 for Lorenzo, P7 for Bryn, 8th for Runs. And who's going to get 9th? It looks like Ridu's going to barely hold on. He has 3 riders behind him, but just enough time to hold on to it. P9. And everyone else is going to be going to the LCQ, which is going to be Hayden, Marquette, Corley, Tom Brady of MXB after he quit, Braden, Strider, Jennings, Rico, and Kura. All right. That was your 250 heat. Let me do all this overlay changes. So we got Callum. I did not get Moto Academy shit. Damn you, Alex. And we got Callum, Davey, Laurent, Elias, T-Sick, Vendrami, Pankaka, Chris, Crispy, Javo, Cinzio, Ashford, Peter, Zave, Trey, Pickle, Meeks, Boxel, and I think we have maybe one other person that we're waiting on. Bro, Tusk is a creepy ass movie, I can tell you that much. Or not creepy, but disturbing, kind of. Alright, boys. We here. We here, boys. Gates, revs are up. Gates about to drop. We got Callum on the far inside. We'll see what he could get done here. The inside gate. On the left-handed turn. Gates down. So he gets the jumps. Looks like Trey got a decent one. Elias getting out there. Up to the inside he goes. And hole shot for Elias. And then Davey trying to jump over him and gets in the back of him. And down he goes. Poor racecraft there from Davey trying to jump in there when no one else was. Cinzio down the inside. Meeks trying to go around the outside here. Gets a triple, double. Cinzio over the bars. Callum into P2 here with Laurent, Dumas, and P3. Then we got Ashford, Y4DH, Pickle, Crispy. All these guys battling for that transfer spot. Here, we'll see what they can do. Ashford down the inside, trying to make a move here. Side by side, yes it is. Race name is in the top right for future reference. So down the inside goes Ashford, trying to make a move here. Cannot get it done. Through the whoops we go. We're going to look up front, though. It is still Meeks leading over Callum, Laurent. And then we have Y4, Ashford, Pickle, Crispy making some mistakes. Here comes Vendrami here. We got Javo, Peter. But everyone is still trying to get into that top 4. What looks like Callum trying to make a move on Meeks. Gets the quad triple. It looks like Meeks makes a mistake. So Callum into the lead, gets the triple though. Y4 trying to make a move now on him. Looking around the left-hand side. Yeah, backs out of it, cannot make anything done. Small mistake from Meeks, misses the rut. Going to go back to this P4 battle of Crispy and Ashford. Laurent is right behind him. Crispy kind of cutting over on him. Down the inside goes Ashford, looking for the move. Barely checks up in time to not absolutely rock him. And then Laurent cases a tiny bit. Ashford looking for a way through. But mistake. Loses some time. Does he case the triple? Barely. Laurent gets the drive on the outside. Down goes your P4 of Crispy. And Ashford just sends Laurent off the berm. And into P4 goes Ashford after Crispy's mistake in the whoops. So he's still got a whole bunch of riders behind him. Looks like Davey of Element FXR struggling in the back after getting a decent start. But unfortunately trying to triple over someone doubling. Cinzio gets the quad, triple, cases a triple actually. Crispy going inside here to get the double. And he's going to go triple. Ashford cases and out of P4 he goes. Cinzio into that P4 is Crispy right behind him now sitting P5 and Ashford down in P6. Keep an eye on this battle. Here, Ashford down the inside. Does not get the inside right. He's kind of cutting over all of them and is costing him not getting to that inside. So Crispy is able to square up and get back under him. A case for him. Going double. Ashford stuffs him. Neither of them go down, though. It's a good, clean block pass there for the move. Crispy looking down the inside. Cannot get the whoops good. He does not fare well in those whoops on that GI Co. or the Gibber team. So we're keeping an eye on Ashford here. It looks like he has some cuts because Pickle and Crispy, and down he goes, trying to scrub too hard here to get the quad. So now Crispy and Pickle are trying to make a move here. Ooh, Crispy just at the limit of team names, I think. And then Crispy looking to, get some positions back. Cases a double after he lost some time by casing a triple in that rhythm. So now these guys got to move forward. Cinzio has a 3-second gap. I think it's after cuts. It's up to 3 seconds. Slide out from Pickle. 360. Hey, this ain't FMX, but you're doing good there. Zave going for the double-double. We'll see if he can get it cleanly to catch up to these guys, as now he is in the mix. But you look up ahead, and actually, it looks like Cinzio is caught up to Y4. Around the outside he goes, makes the pass into P3, goes Cinzio. He's starting to move forward, so now Y4 is on the bubble. I think he got a little too high on that route. We'll see if he goes for the quad, so he does. Barely cases it, cannot get the triple. And now he's going to have to settle, but luckily he's got some room. There's still a minute left, plus a lap here. And some mistakes in the background for those 3 riders trying to catch up to Y4 for this final transfer. School gets a little squirrely, probably on the rut. Down he goes. Oh, not down. Sorry, I meant to say cases it. But then we got Crispy here. Misses a rut. Has to go single, double, single. Not what he wants with Yachty right ahead of him. So he goes for the Supercross triple into the whoops. See if Crispy can get it. He's been struggling with the whoops all day, all race, and goes flying off the side of the track, able to save it. But that might be too much, and bad track Rinchy Pickle gets into him, and it looks like Zave is going to jump on by him. Dang, getting a little bouncy there, Zave. Hold on to your ping. Woo, flying a little bit. Pickle's got to be stressing with Zave up ahead of him. But Callum still leading here, 5 seconds. Tries to go slow, can't in time, so he's going to have 2 laps to go. You hate to see it. He tried to slow down, tried going into those tough blocks to make it happen, but unfortunately just not enough. So he's got 2 laps left. Here to hold on, and Yachty's still holding on strong. He's lost a little bit of gap to the front 3, but he's got a huge gap back to Zave in that P5 spot. So you just got to hold on. He's got 2 laps here. We'll keep an eye on our P4 with those guys battling up ahead, see if any of them go down together. But Yachty's just got to hold on, keep it calm, and he's going to have a shot, because I don't think Zav is having blistering pace to gain 6 seconds on Yachty here. Mistake for Callum. He's going to go inside. Ooh, mistake from those 2 battling from Cinzio. Yeah, being smooth, hitting the normal lines, not having to go for anything big. Doesn't have to go for the quad if he doesn't think he'll get it. So final lap here in the LCQ. With Callum leading here, Yachty in the final transfer spot. And it looks like Cinzio gets into the back of Meeks, and down he goes. Able to reset, though, in time to still be ahead of Yachty. So he's not going to lose any time to that P5 spot and still in transfer. See if he could get through the whoops. Gets a little squirrely. Keeps it under control there. Here comes Yachty. He's going for the triple on. Gets it clean. Now he's just got the sand, the quad triple, as Cinzio makes a mistake, and now he's in P4. So we'll see if they go forward or if he backs down. Yachty's got to be careful. If he backs down and Cinzio doesn't, there's a chance they both back down, though. So it works out in their favor. Does Cinzio go for the move? He does not have to. Makes a tiny mistake trying to go to the inside. Now he's down. We'll see if he has any cuts. Going to go double, triple. He's going to double onto the start straight here. He's going to cross line. Callum wins it. And Cinzio's going to cross the line here. We'll see off cuts. I don't think he has too many. And Zav is not going to be close enough forward. I think he had a shit ton of cuts to kind of end it for him. So Ashford isn't making it through. Peter, Larker, Crispy, Davey, Pickle, Laurent Dumont, Chris, Boxiel, JV, Pan, Vendrami, Tisik, Alays, who had the whole shot, and Trey are all heading home for the night. They are not racing anymore. So it's going to be Callum, Meeks, Yachty, and Cinzio are going to be your 4 transferring. Who the hell is trying to message me? Boom. Gates getting ready to drop. Got Ika on the far inside once again. We'll see if he could hold it. Unlike last time, maybe get a good start. Everyone revving their bikes up. Long Gate. Gate is finally down. Let's see, he gets a good start here. Looks like Bob Billy once again absolutely sending Zach all the way outside. Ken's still in P2. But Bob Billy leading the way once again with Kens and Valentine. Almost a repeat of the first attempt to this, where all these guys are up front. Easton actually making his way into P3 now. But Bob Billy is going to lead through the first lap with Ken sitting in P2 here. Worst start from more guys. Aaron of Ashka. Ken's down the inside and into the lead. It goes just like that. for Bob Billy. We'll see if Easton can make some moves with Valentine and HW up here. Bob Billy down after going for that double. So now he's down in a P4. He's got Rico behind him. Then we got Nico, RP, Rytox absolutely sending Redo and Murda off track. Ika able to get by 3 of them. What a track entry from Murda, getting a little squirrely. Almost goes down. Bryn almost goes down. Here comes Frank coming through. Zach after getting punted on that first turn. But back up front. Ooh, they're really far ahead. Ken's still leading here. This is the only 250 main. We just had to retry it because the servers got taken down. It's not a triple count. It's just one moto done. We just always have to keep redoing it because of that. But HW down the inside of Easton. We'll see if he can make the pass. He can't make it stick. So Easton's going to hold on to P2 over HW. And with Ken's down the inside. Easton trying to make a move here. He's able to still hold on to that P2 with HW looking for every way around him he can. Ken's almost jumping to the far left side and then come back middle. HW jumping off track. We'll see if he can still get a good run here. Gets a better one than Easton, who makes a couple mistakes. Almost goes down, but saves it. So HW into that P2 now. With Bob Billy still in P4. Then we got Valentine P5. Ika P6. Nico moving into P5 now. And Ika down that inside he goes along the outside of the sand here. We'll see if he could hold on to it through this first rhythm. Going for the triple single, as these 250s are doing compared to those 450s. Inside for Ika to go double, and then triple, I think, but Nico able to get it. It's actually double all the way through for Ika. Still kind of similar, but Nico's still able to pull out front with Valentine still right ahead of him in that P5 spot. Oh, many guys down back there. Looks like it's actually just RP and a bunch of mistakes. But here comes Bryn trying to move a little bit forward. He's got Murda behind him. You're second in points, I do believe. So he's got some work to do. But back up front, it looks like Ken's is already making a big lead once again with HW and Easton fighting for P2 still. So Easton, trying to hold on. HW right behind him. See if he can make a pass here. Still following him through this outside so they can all get the triple here. Bob Billy going for it as well right behind him. Any small mistakes from these two, and Bob Billy's right on him. Almost like that. Small mistake for HW. He's going to go inside. Scrub. Maybe a little too hard. And he's going to barely case the finish line. But down the inside he goes. Gets the line. Into P2 goes HW over Easton. And now he has to worry about Bob Billy. So now he's right in the middle. That's not where you want to be. Because then he has to worry about behind him. And try to make a move in front of him. HW, see if he could run down Ken's. He's able to hold on ahead of him. Squirrely in the end of the whoops. Over the berm he goes. So now what he wants is he's trying to move up into that top 3 in the points. But Nico's going to go through with Valentine. Oh! Crossed him up and down. They both go because of it. And I think that was Ika who got by both of them. It was. Now we go back a little way. It's Murda and Bryn. So Murda finally moved forward to catch back up to HW. Murda is second in points. And HW is fourth. Everyone else is kind of all buried in points. And then there is Zach, who is running in P16, who's third in points. So Ken's looking to make even more charges on that points finish. And, you know, extend his points lead and Murda into the tough blocks. He's going to have to roll. And then he's going to go for a triple here. Gets it. It's still slower. Oh, and misses it inside rut because of it. So going back forward, HW trying to make some moves on Nico here. Catch back up. See if you can get by. Actually going to go forward a little bit. It's Easton and Bob Billy battling for P2. So see what these guys can do here. If they're going to battle or try to move forward to catch up to Ken's here. It was already lapping RP. So Bob Billy holding on to P2. Jiro is I don't know if he's racing. I could be completely wrong. But through they go. And we'll see if Bob Billy can hold on here for that P2. Easton, small mistake. Case is a double. And RP, the lapper, goes down. Here comes Ika coming through as Valentine. Both get the double. Kind of clean. Valentine case the first one. And we finally see HW once again. Still have to work forward after that crash at the end of the whoops. And we got Nico. Ooh, HW cases a Supercross triple. Going from bad to worse for HW. See, he's still trying to move forward in this championship, but it's just crash after crash. So now we got Nico trying to catch up to Bryn here. So now it looks like Ken's has a 6-second lead. To catch up, they got Valentine up ahead of him, who's P5 HW. He has the pace, but he just cannot be consistent. And that's the one thing that I think Ken's has over him is he has pace, but he's also able to be consistent and not really crash as much as these guys. And that's how he's able to pull these big gaps over everyone. See, he's not pulling them based off of just speed, but you know, these guys are keeping him close, but then they start to crash and Ken's doesn't, and it just helps him out even more to pull out such a big gap on all these riders. So he shall be looking down the right-hand side of Nico. Gets kind of squeezed here and forced off. Kind of went to the shallower end of the track. If I was him, I would have preferred to go left side and have the inside. It's just unfortunate racing incident. Nowhere to go. Okay, HW, what a track re-entry. What are you doing here, bud? That's going to be reviewed for sure. I can tell you that much. Basically skipped a whole rhythm section and went into the sand. Show Redo, where is Redo? He is down in P14. Well, there's Zach, Murda, Vepia, LH. We're going to show Redo here for a little bit for you. So keep an eye on that battle just behind him of HW and Nico. But that is a hell of a lot of cuts for HW. Small mistakes for Redo. We got Waffle Slayer. Oh my god, what is this happening in the background? Frank runs, Rytox, Rico, everyone going down. And Frank is just struggling. He's definitely not happy after having that restart from being P2. And now Ken's is coming to lap. Jeez, guys, hold her together. Oh my god. And now Ken's is coming to lap them all. Got a 10-second gap back to Bob Billy here. Then we got Easton P3 still. Ika P4 is Valentine right behind him. HW is technically P6, but all those cuts he got. Oh, I figured, Dizzle. I figured. He's speaking all kinds. That's when you know he's mad, because he reverts back to his native language. But HW is going to have a lot of cuts. It's probably going to be reviewed by the admins of what he did there. But Bryn right behind him. And then slowly catching up to Ika and Valentine. Well, he's going to get absolutely shitted on by going from that berm all the way to here after crashing. So we'll see how far he's going to get and if it's going to really matter for him. It's now Ika trying to go after Valentine. All making mistakes, and now HW is closing in. Off the track goes Valentine. Ika going to get past him along with HW. And HW mistake goes into the top blocks. And almost goes down. Oh, Nico, hold on there. Whoa, and then there goes Valentine. Probably a little distracted by Nico going across the track. But then Valentine, oh, mistakes even more for him. And Bryn is going to get by him now. They all just got to stay close to HW because he's going to have a ton of cuts from that earlier off track. And now it looks like he's getting past Hungry is a lot. Oh, my God. Ryan, if you're still watching, Hungry intentionally went to take out HW. So we'll just keep an eye on that. As it looks like HW is now catching up to Ika once again. Gonna go for the triple double. Gonna jump over Ika. Past him, covers the inside, goes into the top block a little bit. And through he goes. That was Hungry, that was not Frank. As he is disqualified, so he did just get kicked. And presumably banned from Ariel. But through goes HW. He's up to P5 now. Ken's has a 14-second lead over the rest of the field. And then through they go. Ika still holding on strong with him. Yeah, Ken's absolutely checking out. Oh, slide out from Ika. Almost goes down, is able to save it. It's back of the pack battle for them. Let's see, we got Easton ahead of Bob Billy now. So Easton was making moves. And HW still has some time to catch up to these guys, though. See if he can do it. And then there's Rytox getting lapped by these guys. P19 it looks like. Looks like Frank's down in P20th, so I don't know what happened to Frank, but he's not having a good time, I can tell you that much. So Easton got by Rytox. We'll see if Bob Billy can. Everyone's all starting to spread out here towards the front of the pack. Kind of wait to see what all happens. As Kenz is just cruising it on in right now, 15 seconds ahead of everyone else. As he's normally done, as he's still done, he's gone undefeated this season. And if you count the two main events that 250s went through in the Triple Crown, he would still be undefeated then. So Ken's really looking strong. He didn't get to race last week. No one got to race last week. Canceled it after the heat races. We'll see you next. We'll see Frank. Well, Frankie got a couple week break, so he'll get a healthy break from this game because he's racing West. I feel like that's something I said that you guys are talking about because my brain just completely blanked it out. But if not, if it's a Discord thing, then I guess. Yes, he has. Ah, look at that. We're just trying to keep an eye on some people. Obviously, there's like nothing. Well, there's Easton, and, well, there was, but Bob Billy decided to tuck the front end. Now HW's going to get ahead of him. And it looks like Rico got into Easton, so Lapper's playing a factor here. HW now up to P2 here. Definitely not going to get it because of all those cuts, but Case is the triple. Case is the second one, and is able to still get the single end, and Bob Billy's struggling. Oh, and Easton, Case is going to have to go double-double just like HW. And now Bob Billy's going to close in because of it. Nika's slowly closing in the background. Trouble for Easton. HW into P2 on track, but not on timing and scoring. He's still down in P5 from all the cuts. And Bob Billy's going to get by Easton here. So now Bob Billy is in the virtual P2 position, along with Easton P3 and Ika sitting in P4 here. So we're going to keep an eye on the whoops here. They're able to get through most of them. Easton gets the run, but he's going to jump through the last couple and not get the pass done on Bob Billy. Going to get the triple on, though. Bob Billy cases, and it's going to be a P2 for Easton now, with HW sitting still P5 with all those cuts, as Ika is still ahead of him as well. Just seeing how many cuts he has with all that. Bryn, if he's able to move forward, he might have a shot at it. But Ika being close here has a chance at the podium. Sees them right in front of him. Don't know if he has a HUD on so he could fully tell, or if someone's telling him in his ear that he does have a chance at the podium still. As Bob Billy jumps by Easton here on the left-hand side. Easton squares him up, makes the pass. Dooley's a little bit that was kind of weak from Bob Billy, not a full Dooley's. So he still sees them battling up ahead as Easton tries to hold on. Gets the Supercross triple. Bob Billy off the track. It's going to give him some cuts. So Ika might have Bob Billy here off of cuts. So he gets squirrely at the end of the whoops. He holds onto it barely. Might have been a little lag that made it look so squirrely. But Easton makes a mistake. Bob Billy's going to try to get through. Goes down. Oh, he kind of tucks the front end of the bike. Bounced back into Ika, and Rico just struggling to get out of the way here as a lapper. So now Ika in that P3 spot. And it looks like because of cuts, HW is ahead of Bob Billy. Mistake from Ika. Got stuck on the inside tough block. Jumps across. Cross jump. Takes down Bob Billy. So now Ika is still sitting there. HW pulled big enough ahead that he might be able to get ahead of Ika. And he is right now. So he's sitting P3. But he's that far ahead. And it's only a second after cuts, as time has expired. So it looks like Kenz is going to cross the line to get the white flag here soon. He's all the way across the track, just about to hit the finish line. See Ika struggling through the whoops here. Go up, see Easton. He's got a 3-second gap to HW, as now Kansas crossed the white flag. So we're going to keep an eye on him and keep an eye on timing and scoring and see what happens between all of them, as he just got through a bunch of lappers, and he just lapped P3 in points, which is Zach here, who was formerly Moza. So Ken's lapping one of his title rivals, and he's lapped up to, looks like, 9th now. He's trying to get Aaron, who is a lap down based off timing and scoring, but he's going to be lapping up to 9th. So Ken's coming around the sand, Aaron off the track, so that is officially up to 9th now. Looks like Murda got up to P7, so it's going to keep it close, but it's still going to cost him a ton of points. 7, 8, 9 is going to cost him 10 points if he cannot catch up to Bryn here. It's going to extend Ken's points lead even more. I think it's already at a big number. But coming to the finish line, Ken's is going to win it, continue, gets the backflip. He's going to continue his win streak here, going undefeated through the first 6 rounds if you don't count Glendale, because we did not get to run that one. So far through the first 6, Ken's is undefeated so far. Here comes Redo across the line. It's going to be HW crossing the line, P2. See if we can get Easton. It looks like him and Easton and Ika are battling inside. Ika sent it. Easton does not get P2. He's going to get P3 by 1/10. And then Ika's going to get P4. It's going to be Bob Billy and P5. Here comes Rico across the line. It's going to be runs. And then it looks like Bryn is going to get that P6 spot. And it's going to be another lapper of Valentine. And then here comes Murda for P8. It looks like Valentine got him, so that's going to cost him another point. So I think it's 11 points is what he's going to gain on him. Which I don't exactly remember how many points ahead he was. We'll see it scroll across here. So he's 25, so now it's going to be up to 36 points ahead of Murda after tonight for Ken's. So he is a full race ahead. Well, you'll notice whenever if they do it, that it's like they look sketchy for a bit and they start flying over the place first, and then it happens instead of just complete shutdown. But gate is down. We'll see who gets the start. Looks like Reed's going to get another good one. And it's going to be Steiner actually ahead of Reed and Cam. So Steiner getting the whole shot here at a Cam, who actually has a good start now with Neon right behind him and Reed. Oh, Steiner cases and Cam is into the lead early with Neon and Reed right behind him. And then a whole bunch of riders there. Dizzle's actually up front early here in the top 5. Dooley's here from Neon and Reed. Ooh, trying to hit the middle right. Cannot happen. So Cam leading early. See what he could do with Neon right behind him. A whole bunch of riders back there. It's got Boy, Callum, Taro, Dizzle, Dark, and a bunch of people down. Linz is one of them with Miles. But still Cam leading. Neon now pulling a bit of a gap over Reed, and now he has a chance to go after Cam here. So they're going to hit the outside. They're all going to go quad, triple here. Scrub, quad, and then they're going to trip on the corner. A little bit of an overjump from Cam there. Miss the inside for Neon. Reed trying to make it happen there. Can't get the triple in. Going to go double, double, and then triple, double across the start. Now we're going to see what all these guys can do. Dizzle still sitting in P5 with Boy and Taro. Oh, he does not get a good drive out of the corner. Now Taro down the inside with Boy. The 3 wide going to this corner. Dizzle's going to lose 2 spots going outside. Taro gets taken down by Boy, and Dizzle's going to have the inside here. See if he can make the pass on him. Tries to get the double. Case is just a tiny bit, but he's going to hold on to it. And then through goes Boy, but Dizzle down the right-hand side. It's going to be kind of close. Ooh. Boy cases, so Dizzle gets a good drive on his own, almost goes over the berm, but saves it. Dorian Merritt, Yachty, and Jake are all back here, so Jake not what he wants with Cam being out front here. See if he can make it happen. Jake trying to hold on strong. Dizzle down, scrubbing too hard. Bike goes flying in the opposite lane. It's going to cost him valuable points. Dorian Merritt cannot get it. Jake, ooh, getting the triple to the inside here. Doubles, going to case this triple here. Good job to move out, but he's going to lose a spot to Dorian Merritt and Yachty just ahead of both of them with Boy. Looks like Reed trying to hold on ahead of Callum here. He's going to go outside here to try to hold on P3. Still holds on to it cleanly. He's got Neon up ahead of him, and it looks like Cam is already gone. He's all the way 9 seconds up the road there. About to come back onto the start straight, going the opposite way. Reed leading this small little train here. We'll see if he could hold on. Catch up to Neon, who goes over the berm. Reed is going to go into P2, and Neon goes flying. Track Callum down the inside. He's looking for it. Doesn't take the rut, so Reed is going to get a better drive out of the corner. See if he could hold on to this P2 here. Jumping onto the start straight. We'll see if he could get enough momentum for the quad. Gets it. Callum cases a tiny bit. He's going to get squirrely here. Down he goes. Boy kind of cases it too. Cannot get the triple in. Now Neon is going to be right behind him with Jake following in pursuit. Going to get the triple on to the corner. Down the inside. See if anybody can catch up to Reed. Now it's a 13 second gap actually to Cam out front. So he's doing exactly what his teammate of Ken's is doing. Just getting up front, being consistent, and able to pull away from everyone. But now Jake trying to make some moves to not lose too many more points by getting them P2. At the end of this, maybe even try a chance to catch him. Moves Callum out of the way. He's going to move himself up into that P5 spot now with Neon right ahead of him. Who has Boy and Reed, just the two up ahead of them, battling on the final podium spots. So now it's up to 15 seconds. Reed is down on the quad. It's going to cost him 3 positions down into P5 with Jake getting by him. Going to go double. Jake kind of squeezes him. Gets the triple. And then another one, but Reed is set up for the inside here. He's going to kind of take the line away, go to the middle one. Doesn't really help him out. Should have hit the inside one there. So now Jake's going to get ahead of him for that P4 spot. Now he's catch up to Neon and Boy right up ahead of them. First, third, and second place. With Cam now up to 18 seconds clear of everyone else. So now we'll see what Jake can do here. Through the whoops, he's got to catch up with these guys. Point championship management here for Jake. Don't know if I have a shot at Cam, but if he gets into P2 at least, it only costs him 3 points compared to right now. He's going to be losing about 7. So to help him out in the long run, trying to beat Cam in this championship. It's not looking too good for him right now. We'll see how far up he can get. He's got both second and third up ahead of him of Neon and Boy. It's Neon now back into P2. See if he could run away with this and give himself a better shot at clawing his way back into this championship. Maybe not even for a P1 in the championship, but still get on the podium at the end of the year. With Linz, who's P3, still down in 17th on that triumph right now. So just keep an eye on these 3 right here. Oh, Neon almost goes off the track once again, but he's able to save it. So Boy and Jake still keeping it close, keeping it honest. Reed just a little bit behind with Tyler J, your defending champ as well, with Cam. Or, sorry, Callum, not Cam. And then we got Steiner, Chase from Nova, Trojan, and Taro with Miles and Dizzle. If Colin is in that call, he might be telling Dizzle to just absolutely move Miles out of the way. They send it. Dizzle has to check up and triple. Miles goes for it, but Cases down he goes. And now Dizzle has a group of 4 up ahead of him. Leading the way of it is Steiner with Chase trying to go around the outside. Cannot get it done. Has to check back up and follow in line here. And Dizzle front flipping in the background. So we'll see what Troy can do here as he's trying to call his way back in after, unfortunately, having internet issues on the rerun of round number 3, I believe, and getting almost basically dead last because of it. Send our Chase. Sending it, he's Mike Case. He does just a tiny bit with Taro. Now front flipping his way through the whoops. That was a double front. He almost triple, but down he goes by the end of it. Oh, and just 7 down in front of Dizzle. Dizzle able to barely square up with that. Good move from Dizzle. Looks like Linz is already a lap down, but Reed is now behind Tyler J. Was Tyler J or TJ trying to go after Boy for that P3 spot here. So Jake, we have also lost. He is now farther down into that P6 position with Callum right behind him. Let's see what these guys are going to be doing here. Reed keeping it close, still in that P5 spot. Somebody's front flipping in the whoops. It's Boy. So TJ in P3, I think he got past him just before then. But now he has to move forward as Neon is slowly catching Cam. It's now down to 14 seconds from the 18 it was when Neon got into that P2 spot. So now Reed's sitting in P4. He sees TJ up ahead of him. Having a bit of struggles, but Reed cannot get the quad here. So he has to check up. Going inside, double, triple. He's going to get another triple here. So he's keeping it close with TJ right in front of him. Let's see if Reed can get on the podium here for the first time in MX Bikes racing for him. Jake and Boy just behind him, the two teammates with Callum kind of sliding out. Jake staying ahead of Boy now. So Boy even lost even more time. Don't know if it was a swap of positions or not from the teammates, but Jake has got to move forward, and he's starting to lose touch with Neon, who's now down to 17 seconds, so he had a small mistake. And TJ down, tucks the front end on his start. Reed going to have a move around the outside, checks up. Knew he would not get left the room. So now he has to worry about getting, I think it's gotten too rough to where they can't get that quad consistently anymore, so no one's really sending it. They're going triple, triple. But Reed and Jake now have a shot at the P3. It looks like Jake has Reed off of cuts. So Reed has a second more of cuts than anyone else. And just barely, they're all three there. So we'll see if they can catch up to TJ and make a move here. So we are 9 minutes into this moto. And you see the roads start to form here, as everyone is slowly clawing their way forward. Jake trying to make some moves, salvage the championship here. Not one of his better races, did not get a good start and had to claw his way through the pack here. So now he's trying to make every pass is an extra 2 points for him now. So he's going to triple, looking down the inside of Reed. Reed checks up a little bit more, so Jake is getting a little slowed up by him. We'll see if he can make the pass here. Does not have enough drive. He's going to settle in to follow in pursuit with him through this line, going over the finish line now. See just what he can do, if he's going to make the pass quickly or if he's going to follow him. He's losing a little bit of touch to TJ up the road because he's staying behind Reed right now. So he's trying to find different ways to pass, but right now he's just not really anywhere for him to go, as Reed making small mistakes at the end of the whip. So Jake's going to close in, actually runs into the back of him. Neither of them can get the triple on. Here comes Boy around the inside. Moves Reed. Not really played it nice. Jake tried to square it up, and Reed's going to hold on still at a Boy, but he's going to jump off to the side. Boy a little farther inside, and now Jake right behind him. We'll see if anyone can make a move. Nobody's going for the quad still. Going triple, triple. So Reed's still leading the way over all of them. Jake going to have to go to the second rut. Could not get to that inside rut without risking, going down. So TJ getting around Meeks there. And it looks like Boy down the inside. We'll see if he can make the pass on Reed. Could not make it happen. So he's going to follow him around the outside here. Oh, and Reed makes a mistake of his own, and Boy's going to get by because of it. They're both going inside rut. Jake misses it. Came in with too much speed there, trying to make a pass on Reed. Reed down the inside, sending the triple. He's going to clear it. We'll see if he gets a drive through the loops here to get past Boy. And he does. Back into P4 goes Reed on track. And almost overjumping, almost stepping over that table there. They still have TJ in their sights. That's just him up the road, I believe, or it could be Meeks the lapper. But Reed holding on strong here. Going triple, triple, single. Inside he goes, going to go the double, triple, and it's going to get the triple still. So all these guys keeping it close here. This is a battle for P4. Ooh, they finally got the server 12 minutes in. We'll see if they take it. Hey, 12 minutes. We made it 12 minutes. Alright. Just got word from Ryan there. Manually taking results from this right here. So winner of tonight is going to be Cam. Neon P2, TJ P3, Reed P4, Jake 5, Boy 6, Callum 7th, Steiner 8th, Dorian Merritt P9, Trojan 10th. It's going to be Chase 11th, Dizzle 12th, Tiro 13th, 14th, J7, 15th, Miles, 16th, Aiden, 17th, Dark, and 18th from Yachty. So Linz loses 22 points. I think he also just didn't care, so that's why he's riding the Triumph, so it doesn't really matter to him. So he now loses 22 points, so it bumps him up a lot in the point standings after this. It just scrolled by on the bottom, so I don't know. But I could double check for you guys how much that is. So 24 points goes the way of him. So he's going to be down. Sorry, not 24 points, minus 20. Sorry, 22 points. So he's going to be 45 points down. Is going to be Linz. And Jake is going to be, let's see, 5, 7, 8, 20 points back. Whereas where everyone else is, I unfortunately do not know. I might be able to pull it up real quickly for you guys just to, have a shot. If I could quickly do it, I'll do it for you guys before I end the stream. Alright. I should be able to real quickly. It's unfortunate that it happened. So let's see points here. So Reed was 3 back of Linz. So now he gains some points. So I think Reed moves up into P3. And other than that, so it's going to be Cam, Jake, and Reed are your top 3 in points. So I was going to call it. Thank you guys for, trying to stick with us on this. I know it kind of sucks that, this happens each and every week, but, yeah, that's going to be about it. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you guys next week. Have a good rest of your week, and hopefully NA goes a lot better for you guys that are racing it and or watching it. Dripping light.